computer is now saying that I am live, even though I pressed the live button not too long ago. Ah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. It actually works. For some reason, my computer was saying that even though I pressed the go live button, it took a bit. But oh well, I'm now here. Let's see. Oh, Bobcan's here. Hello. Good day. Oh, yeah, hello. Right. It's been a bit since I've actually started streaming. Since I've been, like, streaming Satisfactory. I've been busy. You might notice, like, a random, You might notice a random train flowing by. There's a reason for that. Been a little busy. Dante's also here. Hello, Dante. Alright. Alright, usually I kind of wait like 15-ish minutes for people to come in, so we'll see how many come in here before I get started. Oh, Josh is here too. Hello, Josh. Welcome into the chat. Let's see. So for those kind of out of the loop, a couple weeks ago I got a bit sick. I know it was more like a common cold kind of thing. Although to me it's more like a scheduled cold, because I usually get sick around that time anyway. But so since then I've kind of been thinking about what I wanted to do with streaming, and I guess like time spent actually doing streaming stuff. So I ended up thinking about reducing the amount of streams that I've been doing. You good, says Dante? I'm good right now. It's more just seasonal allergies. I'm pretty sure is what the sickness issue is. It's nothing too big of a deal. But let's see. So during that time, I've been trying to think about like what I wanted to do with this whole streaming thing. I still really like streaming. It's just more the if people were watching me like during some of my other streams, a bit of me was just kind of getting tired of working on some stuff, I guess, and I kind of wanted to go back, like, let's see, move backwards just a little bit so that I can be able to work on like video content instead, because I really miss making the video content. But even with the streaming stuff, no matter how much I like try to get a streaming schedule around it to allow time for me to make videos, it never actually works out very well. So I'm kind of reducing the streaming to when I have time for it, and it's just going to be slightly longer streams, but less often is going to be what I'm going to be working around for a while. I mean, usually what I do when I try to find new stuff is that I try to go as far as I can with it until I don't like it. And then I move back a little bit and try to figure out if I can get it to work. And then just trial and error figure something out until something happens that I'm okay with. Sounds good? It sounds good to me, too. Oh, other benefit of doing something like this. I can do a ton of prep work in the background, and I can do those every, instead of spending like several hours and streaming. Hey guys, watch me make a railway system for like 3 hours. It'll be so interesting. I know how to talk for 3 hours while I'm out of talking points. That sounds like a great idea. But it allows me to at least make stuff off camera and have things ready for the big day that is today, where I'm going to be actually making this big aluminum factory that I've been thinking on doing for like an entire month. But now we're going to actually get into that, so that'll be cool. And sorry, when we actually get started, I will show off like all the stuff that I've been working on, because It's a lot. Thank you, Windows. It really is a lot of stuff. I'm not kidding when I mentioned I made an entire railroad network. I like expanded my desert road network into stretching as far as like a couple biomes away from the desert itself. And I can basically tie into the actual network. You can kind of see a train flowing by right now. This is another one. It'll make more sense when I show it off. Fierce Ninjas in chat. I'm new here. What game are you doing this in? This is a game called Satisfactory. It is a game where you can make factories that you find satisfactory. It's basically just a big factory building game that doesn't really have a limit on what kind of crazy factories that you can get. Oh, this is Dante's first time here too. Oh, okay. Yeah, so the game is called Satisfactory. Actually, I might just kind of walk around just a little bit. In the game, you play as this character called the Pioneer. It's this person. You can also customize like kind of how they look, which is kind of neat. Put on a little Santa hat. You can also have a big head. That's an option. I go for the golden helm because it's like a special thing that you get for playing early access. But you basically make big factories, and you can do a lot with this. Bobcan, I wish there were glasses that let me see color. I don't know enough about eye physics to get a good grip on that. But so in the game, you can make these buildings that are constructors and try to tell. Basically, you have some conveyor belts. You have some items coming out of, say, some storage bins into these constructors, and they can make items that then go to make even bigger items. And you can get some pretty big factories out of that. The main goal of this game really is to try and make the most complicated parts in the game and complete this thing called the space elevator, that like tower that goes all the way to the space station. Once you actually reach that point, there's not really a goal anymore. But for me, I've already kind of done that when the game was in early access, and I thought about doing something a little different, which was trying to reach a 60 an item minute amount of some of the later game items, which basically means I need like a metric fuck ton of like specific rare, hard to make items, such as this one called Nuclear Pasta. And that's like the main one that I'm working on right now. I could already get the milestone done for this, but I want to try to make a whole factory that allows me to make something like that. And the only other things that you can do with Nuclear Pasta is make a... let's see, there's like a weird quantum physics branch in this as well, where you can get portals. And in order to actually power those portals, you need these singularity cells that is made using Nuclear Pasta. So there is kind of a use to it, but it's like welcome to the end game. Now you can kind of do random stuff. Fierce Ninja says reminds me a bit of modded Minecraft. Oh, it's actually kind of like that, really, with like how insane the factory building can get in like modded. I can't speak. I'm trying to drink water. Okay. I guess just to kind of show off the portal. This is a... And this is where they actually need the singularity cells in order to work. Oh, yeah. The world itself is on one giant hand-built map. And there are resource nodes. They have an unlimited amount of items that flow out of it, but different nodes have different purities, which can give you a certain amount of items coming out of it. Let me see if I can, like, weave my way through all of this complex science wizardry. How you're thinking with portals. Ah, yes, Popcat. Portals. Oh, at one point, I thought about this. Since I'm going to be making, like, a fuck ton of nuclear pasta, that also means I can make a fuck ton of these singularity cells. So I'm thinking of actually making, like a crazy course that it uses those portals and I can, like, jump through them or something. I want to do that. I need to mess around with it more. But so in the game we got a thing down here that's iron node. You mine away at it and you get some iron. And let's see, open up the build menu. If I'll use a crafting bench. This is the basic thing. You can handcraft almost most things in the game. But basically, you use the iron ore, turn that into iron ingots. We go a step up, you can turn those iron ingots into iron rods. Iron rods get turned into screws. Screws get combined with a different material called iron plates, and then you can make reinforced iron plates, which is just like a tier 2 plate thing. Then it only gets more complicated from there, where you just need a lot of assembly lines that make very difficult to produce parts. Is this game multiplayer or single player from Dante? It actually is both. You, let's see. Let me see if I can... You can play it single player, but you can also play it multiplayer. I've heard that there's like a couple issues with it in terms of like getting the multiplayer to work. Not really getting to work, but just that there's like a couple bugs here and there. I don't know for certain how drastic they are. I know they exist, but it really is as easy as you can start a new game. There are 4 different locations you can start in, but you're still on the same map. It's just like a different starting area. And when you make this world, you can allow it to be a multiplayer session. You can have it so that people can join you by an IP or via Steam friend request or via Epic. You can. I think there is cross-platform, so you can have it on Steam or Epic, whichever one works for you. But with that, you are able to just invite people to your world, or just make sure that it's only single player. So I think that this should answer the question. I guess something to mention that I don't think I can like properly show this, but comparatively, your characters are like really tiny when compared to like all of the machines that are getting built. I remember like a couple times I was playing multiplayer with a friend. I didn't really realize how small our characters were until we were like trying to find each other. How much does this game cost? Last I checked, it was $40 on Steam. Let me double check that. Let's see, Steam store page. It is $40, but there is a special promotion right now, and it's 20% off, so it's actually $32 right now. So that's an option. There is also a soundtrack to the game, which I've actually downloaded that, and it might play every now and again. I really like the soundtrack. I can recommend it. It's normally $8, but that's also 20% off, so it's like $6.40. This is all in American dollops. I think it's very much worth the money. However, I do think you do need a good computer to run it. They have heavily optimized the game, though, to let like weaker machines be able to run it very, very well. I don't know for certain like how well it works on lower end computers. I just know. Let's see. Oh, like a potato? I don't think it can run on a potato. Minecraft you can run on a potato. This one definitely not. But like the bigger the game gets, the more complicated everything gets, and it just needs more computing power. So you can do it with low-end hardware. It might struggle a bit. MP's in chat. Hello, MP. Is this going to be the biggest aluminum factory? Biggest that I've seen. Right. It is now 12 o'clock. I believe I should probably start. Also, this is where the aluminum factory is going to be. This, like, big area. This used to be a turbo fuel infused frame factory. Bobkin saying I have 2 terabytes of space. Would that work? It's not really storage space that will be a problem. It is actually stupidly efficient when it comes to storage space. Like, the actual save file is like a few megabytes. Because it just stores, like, the positions of everything, and it just loads it in on the same map. But, I think, like graphics card and CPU is going to be a limiting factor for some people. So, as an option, if you get it on Steam, you can try it out for a bit and see if it runs really well. If it doesn't, you can just refund it. So, that's an option if you're not too sure on it. Dante says it bigger than the distance from my father is to me. I don't know about that one. It's a shorter distance, maybe. Imagine this game is more RAM depender. Actually, hold on. Let me check my task manager thing. It does require a lot of RAM. Let's see. Let me just look at the requirements. It requires at the very least 8 gigabytes of RAM, but it recommends 16. And it only requires 20 gigs of storage space. Like, the entire game itself is 20 gigs. Let's see, a graphics card of an NVIDIA RTX or an RX 2070 or a 5700 or the equivalent. But let's see, the least it can go... gosh, I don't know how to, like, judge processors very much. You need a decent rig. That's the best I can say. Right, we can kind of talk about more of those questions in a bit. I've actually got to show off what I've been doing. So, with that being said, hello everyone! It's DeanSpillaBean back on your screen at long last, streaming some Satisfactory again. I have been busy doing some activities. Main one that might be a little bit noticeable is the addition of a new railway system, of which is completely asymmetric, according to this, if you look at it very closely. Don't look at it very closely. But in this one region of the desert, I made this big road that has like actual walkways and a bunch of vehicles that are going around transporting items from place to place. I really enjoy this. And then at some point I was like, I need to add a monorail system to the game, to this at some point. What's wrong with this, says Bob Can? Well, I'm going to show you what it could possibly be, and it's your judge to figure out if it actually is a problem. Just look very closely at this railing. Now, don't look at the railing. Let's see. So, over time, I ended up making this, it's like train post attachment thing. You saw that thing. And I basically put that on some of the posts here. And now I got all the railings attached. Now I got trains floating around. Actually, let me see if I can follow that guy. I just see a truck down there just stuck on a post. Oh well. This whole place, as much as I like it, has issues with it that I won't fix, because every time I think about fixing it, I don't. But, oh well. So how far this train system actually goes, kind of goes about halfway across the map. I don't know, it can go further. I'm gonna go this way first. This way goes all the way out to the swamp biome. Just gonna pass some trees. There we are. Can you crash against other trains? Yes, you can. When you make a train network in this game, you have to worry about if trains will collide with each other. They don't avoid each other normally, and you have to basically tell them how to avoid each other. Which is why there's a lot of these block signals, and that's the signposts that you see. Let's see. This is my stump. What's that evil face for? You're gonna purposefully run... actually, I guess I can show it really quick. Yeah, here we go. Actually, does it? Ah! Oh, that's... okay, that's good. So the block signal, if it senses that there is a train within... Let me pull out a block signal. Within a block... it's basically a thing that checks, hey, is there any trains within this one section? If there are, don't send any trains into it. Oh, Ruthie's in chat, hello. So, normally trains won't collide with each other, but... Actually, just for the bit and kind of show that off, I'm gonna just have one run into it. Anyways, hey Ruthie. Currently playing Satisfactory, and I'm just kind of showing it off to people. I'm gonna ram this train into a train. So whenever that does happen, it can get more violent depending on the speed of the trains that they're colliding with, but they become ragdolled, basically. You can easily fix this by just pressing the reset to... Is that clipping? Okay, but it's just as simple as you reconnect it. However, it will turn off the auto-driving feature, so you have to re-enable that. And I'm gonna start this back up because I'm starting to clog. They have become one. No, they can't be. It says Bob or Vincent Pearson Ninja. Oh gosh. So with that, there is, let's see, there's a railway that goes. I can't actually show that very well. There's a railway that goes all the way from this desert region that slides all the way into around here-ish, and it basically has access to a bunch of these rare materials called bauxites, which is used in making aluminum. And also, in reality, there is stuff that is called bauxite that's used to make aluminum. There's a tad bit of realism in this game. The other couple things that I need for aluminum is water. And a long time ago, a couple months actually, I made this giant drone port network that transports a lot of bottled water to wherever I need it on the map. So if you see a bunch of drones flying around, that's where they're probably coming from. Ruthie says they don't think they've heard this game before. It came out in... it officially released last September. But, oh my gosh. But it's been in early access for well over 5 years since then, and they officially released the game last September, and they're still working on it. It's just basically a giant factory game that you can build stuff in. Goodness. Oh, I don't know, let's see. Oh, Dean's Sanity is back in chat. I've been so lost without you. Well, I'm back now. Also, here's something that I thought is really funny. So, for these drones to work, I have to give them power. And the most expensive power that you can give them is this plutonium fuel rod, which requires you to make nuclear reactors and then use the waste products from those nuclear reactors and reprocess them into plutonium fuel rods. These things are absurdly efficient because, like, shoot, I can actually show this. There's like a bunch of these different fuel types that they can accept, and you can give them like normal batteries, packaged fuel that's just basically diesel fuel. There's turbo fuel that's like super diesel fuel, rocket fuel, which is just rocket fuel, ionized fuel, which is just some weird techno wizardry to get that to work. Then you can also give it a uranium fuel rod or a plutonium fuel rod. And for context of how strong these plutonium fuel rods actually are, there's a reason why it says down here consumes 0 per trip. The number is so infinitesimally small that it might as well be very close to 0. And these drones are like working around the clock. And these, also, I haven't actually been making plutonium fuel rods in like in about a month, because I actually like stopped the production of making them because they need. Let's see. To actually make these things, I need these like late game cubes to store like the plutonium cells into. But I haven't been making those because I've been like rebuilding the entire factory. I haven't been making these things in like well over a month, and I still haven't run out of fuel for this. This is like insane. Pinky Raps is in chat. Hey, Dean, have you been? I've been okay. A bit sick, but okay now. I'm just kind of showing everyone who's new, just kind of my satisfactory world. Before I actually get into the big factory build, let's see. Actually, I just need to go this way. Why is the treadmill tweaking? I don't know, but it's actually a conveyor belt. There are like different levels of conveyor belts that have different transfer rates or throughputs. But also, just for everyone's sanity, the game measures a lot everything in items per minute. So in this case, this iron node has a Mark III miner that is overclocked. So that's another thing I can talk about. But it basically produces 600 iron ore per minute, of which goes along this conveyor belt to eventually get up here, go into smelters, turns it into iron ingots, sends it into constructors to make iron plates, and then that gets funneled all the way down here into this big machine that takes a bunch of resources, dark matter crystals or something. That just kind of sounds ridiculous. And then those make the singularity cells, of which I have a ton of, so I can actually have my teleportation system working for a bit. Although, I'm going to need to actually get the production of the pasta up and running again, because those also took the complex cubes that I'm not making right now. Ruthie says, I'm going to beg this game looks cool as hell. It is a very cool game. It is $40 on Steam, but right now, if you go to it right now, it's only $32. It's 20% off right now. Although I do think it does require like a good computer, but if it doesn't work, you can always refund it. That's the power of Steam. Or does it work on Xbox? I don't. Actually, funny you mentioned that. They don't have a console port for it quite yet, but they have like a console port in the works right now, so they're working on getting it on consoles. It's not there yet. Fibrous Code says not yet till 2025. Yeah, basically that. Also, forgot to mention that you were here, Fibrous. Hello. Sorry, I just got too talky. So, what are we actually going to be doing? Oh, I just noticed PK Rap's mission to harvest every node on the map. You know, I actually wanted to do that first, but I needed a reason to actually do all of that, and that's, I think, effectively what I'm doing, trying to harvest like enough resources to make a ton of stuff. Hey, all right, I gotta focus for a bit. So, what are we doing here? Very good question that I asked myself, as well as everyone else in chat. So months ago, I made this factory that was basically a turbo fuel factory. It makes all of this packaged turbo fuel, and that's the super diesel fuel that I mentioned earlier. And effectively, this allows me to power a lot of the vehicles that are actually running along the whole road here. I do have like another turbo fuel factory thing, like way over on the other side of the biome, but this area is more just for like this side basically. And I also have it going to like some drone ports here and there, but these ones aren't, because these ones are the water ones that are able to use the plutonium fuel rod, so they just never run out of fuel. But for here, I'm gonna be I did have a whole other factory area here, but I cleared it out in order to make room for the massive tech that I'm going to be building here. I see Kelnick, the Eater of Cats, is here. Hello, Kelnick. I'm starting to get into actually making this factory soon. So, aluminum in this game is aggravating as heck because of the amount of, I guess, steps that you have to do in order to get it to work. The first step that we'll be going through is making this stuff called alumina solution, which requires a lot of bauxite rock as well as water, like a ton of water. MP's back, what did you miss? Just kind of talking about, I had this factory here that made some stuff, and then I took it all down in preparation for this craziness that I'm going to be going through. Not gonna lie, this would be cool in VR. I think there's like a VR mod, but I don't know for certain. Gosh, I sometimes forget how like actually tiny our characters are in comparison to this. It wakes. Oh, okay, I'm getting at. What's your biggest rocket fuel factory if you have one? Now I want to show that off. Hold on. I want to show really quick. Peter Jensen's, hey there. Hey there. I was going to talk about aluminum, but now Fibers is asking about a rocket fuel factory. I don't have one that produces like 21,000 rocket fuel, but I do have one. Let me see if I can get to that. It's show and tell time, yeah. It's over here. I don't actually know how much rocket. I think this is like a couple thousand rocket fuel. Nowhere near like the 20,000 that you talked about. But it does make a lot, and I think it's not efficient because it's not like taking as much as it could, but it's a lot. This is also that other turbo fuel factory that I mentioned earlier. This is also where... Why are you not making wait, what? Hold on a second. This is an essential part to my big plan for the big factory that's coming up. I gotta... Hold on. Why is this not... What the hell? Fiverr says with 21,000 rocket fuel can give 1.2 million power. What the... Okay, reinforced iron plates are lacking for some reason. Why is that? Wait. Okay, that's supposed to have rods. Wait. The splitter doesn't even work. What? Ah, good grief. Okay, there we go. That one's working. Yeah, I was pretty certain that my refined plate actually should be working fine. Okay, there we go. This one's... That one's not having enough rods. What's wrong with you not having enough rods? I should probably go double check the rod generators, or rod factory really quick. Is it... Let's see. Yeah, it's 5,112 fuel generators. Or cut it down to 1,100 with... I'm guessing with power shards. That is still insane. Okay, so... I think it's a throughput problem that's here, so... Actually, wait, but... There should be enough rods coming through, unless... What's it when I overclocked... I think when I overclocked these, it made the factories down there not get as much, maybe? Maybe. Let's see, I'll turn this off. Oh, now I see. Ow, okay, how I have this set up actually doesn't go off of an overflow. That's what it was. Hold on. Ruthie, how's the murders animation going? It is going well. I want to get like an update on how it's going right now. Let's see. Oh, I guess actually talking about that for a bit. Let's see. Let me actually, like, finish this really quick. Let's see. So center is overflow, goes normally. Okay, I think I got that working. Gunless asking why the Lethal Company ping chases me everywhere. Because you need to report to the company. You gotta file your quota very soon. The company is waiting. You're gonna be fired soon. Okay, that side problem solved. Okay, I gotta actually kind of get started. Fiverr says used 6,300 power shards. Good gracious. I can't wait to actually have a reason to get to that much. I mean, the connection ping? I don't know. Right, Ruthie was asking about the murders animation I've been working on. I have been working on it behind the scenes, and it's becoming something that actually seems very, very interesting. I do have a teaser video as, like, one of my latest videos on there, so if anyone wants to check that out, that's a thing. Also, because I gotta figure out how to actually get money doing this whole YouTubing thing. I started a Ko-Fi page, and on there I do have a membership, or a membership role on there that if you pay $5 a month, you can gain access to behind-the-scenes stuff. So, if you want to see how the progress is going right now, spend $5 and you can see the behind-the-scenes of how it's going. I'm planning on, like, either in a couple days or next week making whatever there is that I put there public later. It's just if you want to see it a week or two before I actually make it public. $5, please. I need money. Not desperately, but I need to, like, have a financial reason for doing some of this. I swear, it actually looks cool though. You look at the behind the scenes stuff, it's really cool, not gonna lie. Yeah. Honestly, with like where it's going right now, I'm like, let's see. I'm using a lot of tools in Minecraft that or mods that were from there. It's like I do use a bunch of resource packs, of which I need to actually like write down where everything's coming from. But I'm having a lot of fun figuring out how to use some like Minecraft quirks as well as like some of the mods that I use and their quirks. Flashback is kind of like a replay mod thing that has like a lot more features to it, and I want to actually kind of show some stuff off, but that's for another time. Make a T-shirt for merch. Literally says, "I need money" in bold text. I need money. Give me money. No, if I were to somehow make a T-shirt, I'd actually make it worth wearing, because like I don't want to wear a sign that says "Give me money." That sounds too desperate. I want to actually make something with that. I'll need to think on it. That's for me from like a couple months from now or so. Till then, I gotta figure some more stuff out. That's a really good idea though. Shadow VR's in chat. The Great Hunger has arrived. Oh no. Unfortunately, I don't have any food. Can I ask, by the way, what's your goal on YouTube? Making a good, cozy community, or getting popular and rich in any way? Make stuff. I want to make stuff. I want to make giant factories. I want to make a cool animation. I want to make stuff. If I end up making a community by, like, sheer accident, then that's what happens. If I end up making money from doing it, I would like to, but that's just kind of what happens. I'm not really doing this specifically for a financial gain, but it's a byproduct. I just love doing this. Right. I gotta actually do the stuff that I was going to do. Aluminum. How do you make aluminum? That's a good question, I asked myself. So you take bauxite, and then you take water, and then you throw it all together in a blender. Not actually. You put it through a refinery. And then out of the refinery comes alumina solution. You then take the alumina solution, put it in a different refinery, and I think it was, yeah, aluminum scrap. You combine the aluminum with coal, but in our case, we're not going to be using coal. Coal is expensive, so we're going to use petroleum coke, of which we need a bunch of fuel for. I do have some fluid buffers that actually has like crude oil and refineries that are already making the petroleum coke, so we don't have to worry too much about that. A lot of what I've been doing over the past couple of weeks is just prep time for today, so I don't have to like spend several hours making conveyor belt hell that is this. But so once we do that, we make aluminum scrap, which also gets a water byproduct, and that's going to go back into the system somehow. But afterwards, the aluminum scrap goes into a foundry and is made into an aluminum ingot with silica, which is a thing that you make with raw quartz, which I have a ton of right here, which I had to rebuild an entire factory for just to get the rates that I need. Alex, that's why why is the Dean on the thumbnail blue while the real one is green? Because I'm too lazy to change it. That's kind of it, really. So, starting off, I need to actually... Let me pull up... hold on. Other thing that is a note for Satisfactory, have a notepad on standby. Or, like, something to write down all of the requirements for stuff, because shit gets complicated. So, let me see... Aluminum ingot. Here we go. Aluminum ingots. I need 7,500 aluminum ingots. And for that, I need a ton of foundries. That's going to be a bit. Also going to need a lot of aluminum scrap, a lot of silica. Let's see. The one silica factory that I have that's on the other side of the desert actually only makes maybe like 6 or 7,000, but with the Lumina solution recipe, I actually get like another 3,000 silica, so that's going to get pumped into the system. I also only need, according to this, almost 7,000 bauxite. But I think I'm actually like bringing in more somehow, even though I got like the appropriate rates. I'm just somehow getting more. I don't know how that worked. But first step is to make a Lumina solution, which requires about 56 refineries. I'm just going to say 57. And I might actually increase that a bit, just to kind of see like how that all works. So I might actually go to like maybe 65 or so. We'll see. Whoop. And that's where we're going to actually be starting. Encouraged. MP says, I found something called the 7-4 lobotomy run. Oh, The dad just came in for a moment. Alright, gosh, this is gonna be exciting. So exciting. I can't wait to place an absurd amount of refineries and talk about random shit. It's gonna be so exciting. Okay. Right, so stuff to talk about while I'm gonna be bored out of my mind. Hey, the Game Awards happened recently. That was definitely a thing. Anyone else watch the Game Awards while it happened, or just like sit it out because they were gonna be disappointed? I'm gonna be frank, I got disappointed from that, but I was just watching it anyway. It's just a thing. Let's see. MP's talking about there's a glitched area where you can get you can attack Benjamin without the getting in the brain boss fight. Oh yeah, I kind of know about that. That's an ultra kill for people that don't know. I think I've like seen a couple runs like that. It's just crazy. Really doesn't know what the Game Awards are. It's let's see. It's basically a big event just to ideally celebrate video games and just award people for, hey, here's like this really cool game that got a bunch of has a lot of talent behind it. We should have them be recognized. That was the idea. It has basically turned into the one place that a lot of people come to advertise their games that are coming up. Nothing wrong with that, because people need money somehow. Although, over time, things just kind of changed a bit, and it's gotten a lot more focused on the advertising section than actually, like, celebrating games. They still do the celebrating games part, it's just kind of a backseat. Let's see, do I want... good grief, I just don't know what to do with some of my stuff sometimes. I think this should be fine. I think I can probably overclock this and get a good chunk. But, let's see. I only really mention, like, the whole Game Awards thing, because there's a tad bit of controversy going on there. One of which, a lot of people don't like some of the hype that was built around the announcements that ended up being nothing. But also, there was apparently a game that got announced there that was actually completely AI generated and probably doesn't actually exist. As in, we haven't actually seen any gameplay of it. And this isn't like someone made a really cool animated trailer or anything. No, it's just like a video game that doesn't exist that's made by AI. Like the entire thing itself is made. It was, forgot what the actual game was called. I think it was like Catsy or something. It was the one with like all the weird mystic looking cats. which, upon seeing it, I'm like, that's AI generated. But, like, what's the game? Like, what even is the game? They didn't even do a good job of actually saying what the game is, like, at all. A video game that doesn't exist. Cool analog horror ARG idea. Wait, I think they've actually... Okay, MP mentioned a video game that doesn't exist, this cool ARG. I think there actually is someone that did that as like an actual video series. I forgot what it was called. Let me find that really quick. What was that? Petscop, that's what it was called. It was like a video game series that like one random channel had, and they were documenting their experience playing this game that apparently it doesn't actually exist. But the entire thing is a weird analog horror. So yeah, Petscop, that is exactly that. Really says I've seen cool stuff and people make cool stuff, but AI is just getting annoying. I'm kind of with that too. I personally think the whole AI tech that the industry is getting towards is extremely fascinating. However, how it's utilized is very questionable. It would be really nice if we didn't get scammed all the time by AI generation. I think there can be cool stuff from it. It's just there's this horrible stigma that everything around it is a scam. But also, that's just the kind of people that end up going into AI just kind of end up doing that. I have seen actually some cool stuff that people were able to use AI for, but it's mostly not entirely AI focused, but just more like, hey, this is like a really interesting tool that I have created and I'm evolving over time. Let's see what happens when it changes. The technology itself should be the thing that people should be more interested in instead of, like, the fact that you can just make random art from it. Because those people are stupid. Stupid people make stupid technology. I don't know. I think it's pretty fascinating. I think it is a genuinely fascinating piece of tech. Kano says the tech is great, so I just need to use it right. People don't use it right, like the companies. Oh yeah, because that's because they're just trying to find a way to not have to spend money. Well, all we got to do is just not buy into it. If they're going to use AI generated, they call it like AI generated slop, as in like just meaningless production. But shoot, man, I'm hungry so much. I actually need to drink more. That's bad. Anyways, wrapping this back around really quick to the actual announcement of that Catsy game. If they really went through all that effort to use AI technology to make a game out of it, they could have at the very least tried to make an actual trailer from it. Or, like, you know, been a bit more honest with it. Let's see. Make an actual thing. I don't even know what the game actually is, and unless they actually say what the game actually is, then there's kind of no point in getting invested with it. If they're not going to take it seriously, then what's the point of us taking it seriously? Let's see. Have you played From the Fog, says Shadow VR? I have not yet. I don't think I've heard of that either. Or I might have, but I don't think I did. Let's see. I need to figure something out really quick. Hold on. How do I want this to work? Let's Let's see. I have water that should be coming out at 600 a minute, so I think... Wasn't it I think I did some calculations and it's 111? Okay, I think that's actually the rates that I need to get to, because I'm more focused on trying to make sure the water gets through. It's a really good Herobrine mod. I'm guessing that's the from the fog thing. Oh, that's what that. Okay. I have heard of that. I don't think I've actually like played it yet. PK says, let's see. GodDaddy's arrow, for example, ads seem lazy and allows for people to be lazy on their websites. Only in 2024, there's already evidence that 51% of new content on the internet is AI. Ugh. There's more fake stuff. What? Hey. Oh my gosh, why does YouTube prohibit me from saying nukes in AI? Where's the freedom in that speech? I don't know. Arbitrary filters that are on a private site, or a private site that's publicly worked on or something. I don't know. Arbitrary randomness that people feel offended by. Yeah, I don't know why some stuff is filtered or not, Kelnick. That's like an entirely different conversation. Let's see. The talk on... let's see. Internet getting like flooded with artificial stuff. It's actually got kind of bad at one point. There was I remember like months ago. There was like someone I was talking with, and I was showing them my old Mind Electric animation that I made like last year or so. And I was okay with it. I think I could have done more on that, and I'm actually thinking on like completely rebuilding it. But the person I showed it to was like, "Oh wow, this is pretty cool. Did you make this with AI?" And I'm like, "What the hell do you mean that I made this with AI? That is an insult to me. I know it's made with like MS Paint stuff, but geez." I got offended by that alone. I made an AI song in 5 minutes on Undertale and convinced my parents it was a real band. It says PK. Oh. And you see, okay, that's kind of the problem that I'm trying to get at. I feel like all of the like the AI generated stuff, that be it music, voice, or any like any form of art or expression, it like there's been a stigma where it just kind of reduces the value. Just well, a computer made that or something. Every time I hear that, I keep thinking, bro, I make stuff with computers. I'm literally streaming with a computer. So, like, why exactly is the AI thing any different? Is it just more like people are claiming that they worked really hard on this, but instead they just made a computer say everything? I'm making a computer stream stuff. I didn't make the computer. I didn't make the program either. I'm using all the programs and hardware to stream the stuff that I'm playing. I didn't make Satisfactory either, but I'm just actually like playing it in the background. There's conversations like that. Like, I don't know, we could just say like content farms or something that people don't like because people are just using a specific brand or product and just making a ton of repeatable content that doesn't have any substance for the sole purpose of, it's popular. And that's the whole content farms premise. So is AI-generated stuff just content farms on steroids, and that's why people don't like them? I can kind of see that. There are, however, a lot of projects that I've been kind of following here and there that do use AI to some extent, but in a more creative way. There's like some streamers that at least use it to be like, hey, I'm trying to develop this thing that actually interacts with everyone, and it's very specific and nuanced that takes a while to work on. A lot of effort. That's like years of effort to actually get working. Now that actually has like some value. Like years of working on a technology or a project is very fascinating. Character AI needs to be banned. Yeah, but like, what about enemy AI? What at what point is it? Is it just the generative AI thing that needs to be limited? Like, what is it? Like what exactly is it? Also, it's still an art form, so if we're not careful, we end up like limiting art forms, as like ridiculous as that may be. Just limiting the option because it turns out people can fake stuff with it. I feel it's a bit short-sighted. There are bad uses of the generative AI technology. There are also just as many good uses. So, or actually, there's probably even more good uses, but so many people are using them for not like particularly bad ones, but just malicious reasons. What are we gonna do about that? Heck if I know. I'm not the industry. I'm not social norms. I don't personally know what to do to fix this kind of an issue. Let's see. Ruthie says, character AI lets people talk to bots, full-on text conversations. People are making bots of real people, and bots often turn into something sexual. That... I like ChatGPT type conversation bots. I think those are like text completion algorithms. Don't touch the cat girl. I won't touch them. That's your personal project that you're working on, and that's just you. I don't have anything against what you're working on, Galnick, right now. Let's see. I mean, well. Maybe I'm just annoyed of. Let's see. I've been, I guess, thinking a lot about this as a talking point, because it really is like something that needs to be discussed at some point by someone, and people here and there are talking about it. It's just I feel like not enough are. My personal stance on the whole AI thing, I think it can be very interesting. It's just too many people use them for like I don't want to say wasteful reasons, because even the wasteful reasons are, like, interesting that they're even possible. Maybe just more, like, worth time? I don't know. And because I don't exactly know what I am not a huge fan of, I can't really, like, criticize them too much. I just want them to be more, like, interesting with the technology instead of just making random stuff. Although the conversation bots that are specifically made to be in a conversation, those ones I'm also not a big fan of because they kind of promote fake conversations with people, which in the few interactions that I have had with like programs like that just kind of talk forever, they end up just it feels like I'm talking to something that just doesn't want a reality of its own. It just, yes, this is a reality. Yes, this is a reality. Yes, this is a reality, and it doesn't really question what it's doing. It just does it. Much like how a computer operates. So it's more just a computer that's talking, but it's not really talking. It's just it's not. I don't know how to really word that. Anyways, okay. Sorry, I just read Kelnick's comment. Just kind of. Let's see. Kelnick doesn't understand why hiding non-safe for work content from kids. Meanwhile, there's an entire. There's a bunch of people out there that are just screaming, "I'm gay, I'm lesbian, I'm bisexual." Seeing as that is like, I'm sexually attracted to this individual. I don't want to go too much in detail on that, but I see where you're going, though, Kelnick. Body is non-body business. Really makes another good point. Oh gosh. Can we just say that, like, whatever you do with your life is your choice? That's it. We don't have to really argue too much about that. We can just say, yeah, that's your life. That's what you do. Did you spell that right, sis, right there? I think it should be nobody's with an apostrophe. English is weird. I give up on spelling. I don't blame you, though. Gordon Wolf is in chat. What CPU handles 60 pasta a minute? Mine. Mine handles 60 pasta a minute. I can handle it. I can take it, Captain. Put me in. What the hell, Indy? We went from NI to K fast. What the? Welcome to a YouTube conversation. Or it's an internet conversation. We switched topics way too quickly. Oh, goodness. But, let's see. The average talk with anyone on the internet. Guys, let's have a very insightful conversation. Yeah, but what about this other thing? Oh my god, that is actually very worthwhile to talk about. Nothing against bringing that up, Kelnick. It's more like, man, we just swap conversations way too quick anyway. It's just a natural thing. Anyways, trying to actually wrap back around to the ADHD for real. Oh wait, actually hold on. PK is mentioning CPU is a 12750, can handle a lot of Sanctuary, but load-in time is like 3 minutes. Yo, mine load-in time is like 40 seconds. Oh shoot, now my ADHD is kicking in. What is my CPU? Let me check mine really quick. Hmm. What's an AMD Ryzen 7 7780X3D 8-core something or other mean to you? It's a good CPU. Oh, that's interesting. Apparently, the extra function keys that I use to control my character don't actually work if I'm on Task Manager. That's weird. Anyways. Ruthie says, as someone who has ADHD, I have the amazing ability to talk about 5 different things in 5 minutes. Oh, good grief. I think we're all crazy. And some of us are better at hiding it than others. Kane's animation mentioning LTS Deltarune update did not fix the legend spelling mistake. Wait, the what? Oh shoot, now we're changing conversation again. Hold on, the LTS update? What? That's a thing? Up what? PK said that my CPU is equivalent to a 12750K in Intel. Oh, okay. If you aren't crazy, you're lying. That's cool. Let's go to Ruler. King's animation said they spelt millennia as millennial. Oh. Well, maybe they might fix that at some point. But anyways, you mentioned the LTS update. That's kind of new to me. Are you telling me they're actually, like, working on that finally? That's actually new to me. Does this show up today? For those that don't know, there's a game called Deltarune, and they've been working on a feature that requires them to work with the main game company that makes their engine Game Maker. And supposedly there's a cool new feature that they've been working on for a while. Let's see. It's the thing they released on that one Monday. Hold on. I haven't actually been tuning into that. Anyways, Deltarune is a game that I'm like very interested in, and hold on. Is it on his blue? Is it on Toby's Blue Sky? Let me check that really quick. Fierce Ninja has the entire ability to make the entire chat hungry? That's a problem. That's too much power for one individual to have. I'm gonna have to take it from you. Now I have that power. Chat, get hungry. Let's see. Toby's Twitter, Toby Twitter. Where is... Shoot, how do you... I'm still trying to actually use Blue Sky. Let's see. Toby Fuck. There you are. Oh, yeah, there actually is, like, stuff going on. Okay, so, yeah, Toby is actually working on Deltarune stuff. Oh, that was a week ago. Wow, I'm late. Okay, so they are working on that. That's good. I only really bring that up because the game only has 2 chapters right now, and the 3rd chapter is supposed to release soon-ish, and they've been kind of held back by making sure that one feature actually works. And now with that feature actually working, it should actually come out sooner, hopefully. Is the hope. Does this actually have... No, it doesn't actually have a connection yet. Let's see, I need to... Do you have a connection? No. Do you have a connection? You have a connection. There we go. Gorilla eats once a day. I am a machine. I eat 2 times a day, so I'm half a machine. I don't know, is that how math works? New machine, I'm getting flashbacks. Back in the ultra killing days. Is this gonna... No. I went to put a pillar right in the middle here. There we go. Math is weird. Okay, really quick, just before we like get too far off of the AI stuff. I do think the AI technology is very interesting and should be like looked into more. If only people actually like didn't use it to, only to steal people's. Let's see. In the case of stealing people's art to make art that they claim as their own, or as in like stealing people's art for an AI to be trained off of so that they can make something really cool looking. Sure, it looks really cool. That's impressive that technology can make that. Don't pass that off as your own. I guess the Stanley Parable music is playing now. Like, look into that tech. Look into it as much as you want. Don't be jerks about it. Okay, put credit where credit is due. It's one thing to cite a tool that's being used, I guess, but it'd be interesting to see like how you use that tool more like. Dean, have you tried AI Minecraft? I have not yet. I think, honestly, I think that every time I see it, I'm thinking about like dreamscape insanity, and a part of me just is like utterly terrified of traversing dreamscapes like that. Like I like things when they're very real, as in they have like very real, tangible things happening. Even like I'd be totally fine if it was like, if it made any sense. But I don't like non-realities very much. Or what was it? Wasn't that like an actual saying, like unrealities? I think something like that. It should be required to credit which works of art was influenced. Oh, that actually would be kind of worthwhile. Just saying, hey, trained off of like this specific line of art. That actually could be a thing. We're the complete opposite. I like dreamscapes more than reality, says Ruth B. Well, okay, it's not like I don't like being in a dreamscape scenario. I like dreaming. I think there's like some cool stuff that can come out of that. More like gives me a look into what the hell is going on in my psyche without me thinking about it too much, which I kind of like a lot. What I don't like is when, I guess, the logic breaks down and there's no sense in... There's, like, no grounding, no foundation in reality. Everything's just, like, becoming super distorted and messed up. I think that's just more... annoying. Kelnick waiting for all these people to just cancel me. Nothing against them. Don't care too much. If you're afraid of people canceling you, Kelnick, that's because there's a whole culture that has built itself around doing that, and I hate that that's been a culture that has been building for literal years, and it should really be stopped. I'd love to be able to talk about things without the fear of getting completely obliterated by someone just because they didn't like what I was saying. I would say I want to go back to a time where you could talk without problems, but realistically, that's what it should always be. Or at least, here in the United States, we have a thing called the First Amendment. You can say whatever you want, and people can't stop you from talking. You're not immune to the consequences, though. That's a thing to keep in mind. You can say whatever you want, people can't stop you, but you will suffer whatever consequences of what you're talking about. I would much rather be able to have consequences of what I say rather than just not be able to say it at all. Although, I guess in a way, in some areas, they punish you for that, as in, like, well, you're gonna lose your job if you say that. Okay, well, alright. King's animation. If I am almost canceled, I'll just reply with the most reply of okay, and that's funny. I'm literally gonna spread misinformation, says any K-pop band. What there is like actual reason to some extent why some people should be quote-unquote canceled, as in like they've been lying this whole time and they need to get revealed for what they truly are. There's an entirely different thing when you're just saying that they should be canceled because they said something you didn't like, so then you just ruin their lives. That's an entirely different thing. Let's see. Take that out of the way. Nice attempt. There's a Russian. We are already canceled completely, so don't care anymore. Oh. Oh. That's a sad reality. I'm sorry about that, Kelnick. Hopefully things get better eventually. I just really want, like, whenever we go going into the future coming years with all this like new crazy technology that's coming up, we just be like actually responsible people going forward. The hell do you mean responsible, says me. I don't know what I mean by responsible. Don't cheat? Don't scam people? That sounds like a really normal thing to say. Well, it depends if like those people that actually do scam and cheat actually feel like listening. Okay, complete tonal shift. PKRF says, I did the math, and the song All I Want for Christmas Is You is 3.5 months older than me. Oh, God. That feels weird to say. It's 3.5 thousand years younger than King. Oh, yeah, I guess it's like an ancient deity or something. Sorry for being the topic. I'm gonna just move on, guys, right? Yeah, Kelly, it's still like a... It's still a thing that I'm kind of worried about, too. It's kind of fine to bring that up every now and again. There are other things that we can talk about, though. Just we can bring them up whenever it seems like reasonable. Right. So progress update on the whole satisfactoriness. Let's see. I gotta actually be able to transport a ton of bauxite and get that sent out everywhere. I do have a ton coming in, but I think I might need to rework how some of these get through. I think I need to take out like these refineries just to bring up enough space for me to get conveyor belts out easier. I'm gonna try and focus on that then. What's your plans for the stream, says Kelnick? It is mainly to try and actually make this big factory as best as I can, while also distracting, having chat to distract myself. As well as my music. I'm distracting myself with music. It's wonderful. Let's see. So all of these require 133-ish bauxite. And there's 10. Oh shoot, that's actually not gonna... That's not gonna work, is it? Oh. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Okay, no, that's 8. That's actually 8. So 133 multiply that by 8 is only 1,000. I think that probably could work. I say that probably could work as in I'm trying to have one line going to these different machines. Hoping to get this to work so I don't have to like think too much about where the bauxite's going. Ruthie's gotta go to school. See ya. All right. Thank you for stopping by, Ruthie. You have a good rest of the day. Hope school goes well too. Wish you luck on your. You have a final. All right, everybody. Wish Ruthie luck on their final, whichever subject is in. Good luck, Ruthie. Wish you luck on that then. Be sure to pass. It'll be wonderful. All right, bye. Let's see. I also have all of this to worry about, but I think I'll get there when we get there. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to actually talk about other stuff. I guess something that could be worth a bit of a talk. Me bragging about what I'm doing with the Mind Electric animation. Also, I guess like a follow-up to, or I guess an unofficial follow-up to like what I've been talking about in that Hawaii Part 2 stream that I did a couple days ago. If you weren't there for that, it was basically me talking for 5 hours about an album that I really like called Hawaii Part 2. It came out like 12 years ago, and last Thursday, I think, yeah, it was its 12th anniversary. So I wanted to celebrate that originally months ago by like making a animation for every single one of the songs, and there's 12 of them, so that would be kind of extensive. And I was legitimately going to go through with that. But then reality set in, and then that didn't happen. What ended up happening instead was that I did streaming, which I kind of joked about this on that Hawaii stream, but when I think about it, this whole streaming gig ended up just being like a form of a form of procrastination. I was like, I'll do the animation another time. I'll do it another time. And then I wait until I like get so far deep into the streamingness that I ended up basically using the stream stuff that I gotten into so well and made a live stream of me just talking about the album. And that went like a lot better than I could have ever thought of. That being said, there was like some stuff that I missed, but oh well. I do find that funny though. Like with as much as I've talked on that stream, I look back on that and I'm like, wait, shoot, I forgot to talk about that one thing. Oh well. It was a lot of like tiny stuff that I wanted to really talk about, but it was hard to like bring it in, I guess. If he's gonna do P2 brutal P ranking, what? I wish you luck on that MP, but you know what? You're not me. I can't do those difficult tasks. You might be able to. Good luck. Let's see. I need to double check on. Is that okay? That number might be a problem later. Well, so a thing I guess could be kind of worth a chat. Originally, one of the songs that I wanted to make a video on, called "The Mind Electric," was I kind of joked about this a bit, but this is I guess kind of a bit of a topic that I wanted to go into, I guess. months ago I thought about, hey guys, would it be cool if I like summarized or overanalyzed the Mind Electric? Well, every time that I actually like tried to summarize the Mind Electric and put that into a video, put the stream on my phone. Okay, I am now on your device. Every time I tried to put the Mind Electric overanalyzation idea into a video, it just ended up being like multiple hours of ranting about, hey, there's this extremely tiny, insignificant detail that actually means a lot and probably means things philosophically or something like that. And then by the end of it, I'm like, what the hell am I even talking about? So, we actually have, okay, how many, good grief. So weirdly enough, when I was getting into that, into the streaming gig, actually just talking at end and ranting about the Mind Electric song, that ended up being like the actual way that I wanted to talk about it without like I guess going too far off the rails, even though it was kind of like a little wacky. Sorry, I was just looking at chat and saw Kelnick thing. Are you talking about like your robot character? I think so. And that just caught me off guard. Anyways, talking about the Mind Electric, just a bit more kind of on it a bit. One thing that I wanted to get into but wasn't able to was talking about yeah, good grief. Stuff that I call the whispering vocals, as such because that's kind of like the one of the gimmicks in the Mind Electric song is there's like vocals in the background as stuff is being said that through some analyzation can be kind of deciphered and figured out. Most of them don't make a lot of sense, but another half of them actually has like some significance, as in like quoting specific stuff. Kind of like talking about the character Drew often Shapey, the AI shapeshifter. Oh, okay. I think I honestly always get confused like what it is, because every time I hear you talk about it, I think I'm just so like conditioned to think of AI as like all the generative AI stuff. Good grief! I really wish we like get like an actual meaning back to that instead of just like AI is related to the bad thing. I'm hoping at some point we can just move on from that. But, okay, so that's kind of neat though, Kelnick. Right, so on the whispering vocals, one that I am stupidly annoyed that I didn't actually get to talk about in there, and I should probably make a pinned comment on that Hawaii live stream just because. It was talking about a vocal in there that talks about, oh shoot, what was the quote? Hold on, now I want to search that up. Give me a moment. Mind Electric. Let's see, was it Soothsayers? Just give me a moment. I'm trying to actually find the quote so I can like go off of that better. Let's see. Kong says it doesn't have enough powerful computer to run large language models. Ah. That's right, I forget how, like, expensive those are. Wait, hold on, I think I found it. Or not. Oh, good grief. It was a quote that was talking about, or referring back to a thing that was, I think referring to how artists, musicians, or just people that are, trying to create things from ideas and trying to express ideas that are hard to express, are able to make them despite knowing their initial meaning. Or that is to say, like, an artist that can draw something that is really, really, I guess, philosophical in meaning. If they're able to do that, even though there isn't, like, a reasonable way to, like, artistically portray that, then they're able, then it's like, oh, shoot. Maybe that's why I didn't talk about it too much, because it was just, like, a really weird specific thing. Damn, I need to... As much as I've listened to that album, I need to probably look into it more before getting too far. Oh well. Let's see. Kind of like, by the way, did you see the screenshot about the LLMs? I don't recall exactly. That must have been a bit ago. I don't recall exactly. Meanwhile, MP's dying on the 2 Mind Flayer Idol Room. Oh, that's where I died a lot during that level in Ultra Kill P2. That one lost me a lot. The music is laughing at me. How dare it? Let's see. I think this actually might be working, quote unquote. I'm not certain. I feel like there's something missing because, like, there's more bauxite that I could be using right now. Did I get you? It did. Let's see. Okay, going back to Satisfactory just for a bit so I can make sure I got the rates right. So it's 133 per row, and there's 8 here. So 133. Let's see. 133 multiplied that by 8 is 1,064, which can work with that. And then this last one up here has an additional 5, which is only 665. So that's okay, but I have, like, more bauxite here. So I guess I could just put more machines down? Hold on. How many refineries do I have? Because I think I needed about 60 for this project to work. But I think with, like, how my bauxite rates are coming up, I should be able to get more. MP's dying again in the same room. I would suggest, just for that area, trying to stick around, trying to repeat that the dual Mind Flayer room as much as you can. Just repeating that. Not because insanity syndrome, but just like trying to get used to it for your P rank run. Is an LLM on... I don't know how to pronounce the name dictator. Huh. I still don't know what to think about with language models that are just based off of people. They're not even like the actual people. It's just I'm gonna analyze these mannerisms and copy them. I just don't currently know what to think about that. Well, I should do like a lot more research in the whole AI thing, but it's always just so annoying to work with. Annoying as in like I'll never be able to understand it fully, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I need to check something really quick. How much alumina did I need? 6,750, and with that I can get... Really? I'm only 100 less, or I'm 100 under, because I needed that much more. Okay, so I actually can get, like, significantly more refineries in here. Or at least I think I can. I think probably just for over here, I'm going to put the rest of the refineries that I can use. I think the hard part that's going to be coming up, though, is getting water back into the system, probably. Because after I take this alumina out and then I process it into the petroleum coke, then I've got to... I will have a water byproduct, which is going to be annoying to deal with, but I need to make sure that that gets back in my system, because I don't actually have enough water here to work with that. But if I did let the water roam free and whatnot, it'll overflow, and I could try to, like, turn that all into concrete with a wet concrete recipe. Conlink asked about a voice message that contains music, how to plug in on Discord that allows me to send WAV files as messages for you to listen to. I think I did. I don't know what to think about it, really. I'm not exactly sure what you sent me, really. I think is kind of more it. Okay. I need to actually kind of focus on this. Oh, actually, wait, hold on. Okay, random thing just to kind of bring up out of nowhere, because that seems to be the thing that I do. A game that I didn't know was actually in development, I have found out about only a couple days ago due to a email that I got at one point. And it's called Wonder Stop. Music of which is actually playing at the moment. The music is by C418. The game itself, Wonder Stop, is written by the same guy that made the Stanley Parable, of which is one of my favorite games. So one of my favorite music creators, is working with one of my favorite. Actually, I'm going to keep that playing for a bit. Favorite story writer working with favorite music creator. Ooh, what a combo! The game itself is actually coming out in March, but apparently it's been working. It's been in the works for 7 years now, something like that. Not like every moment over the past 7 years has been dedicated to making the game, but just like on and off working on it kind of thing. only really knew about it recently just because I got an announcement that C418 made a new song, and that's how I found out about it. Alex seemed it's hot in his home even though there's snow outside. I'll just turn off the heater. That might work. You know, just in a... I don't know how, like, effective that actually will be. So, the game itself, Wonder Stop, very interesting... Actually, how interesting is it? You basically play as a tournament fighter that after, or for whatever reason, you end up in a situation where you have to kind of, I think like a retirement thing maybe. And here you are in a tea shop where you're supposed to be making tea. It takes a while to actually do, and it takes a lot of patience. But eventually, maybe you'll learn to lighten up to it. Or not. Hard to tell. The game kind of centers around the want to relax and just, like, stop moving for a little while, but also at the same time you have a desire for more. And the game kind of centers around that a lot more. Hopcan's back. Hello. I was talking about a game called Wonder Stop that's getting made by Stanley Parable writer Davey Wrighton and C418 on the music. Very interesting game. Anyways, I only really mention that because I feel like I'm actually going to play that game whenever it comes out. It just seems like something interesting I'd check out. So, look out for that in March, whenever it's released. It is on Steam right now, if you want to go... If you're able to go check it out. I don't know how much it's actually worth. Can you repeat the name of the game? Says Kelnick. It is... Wonder Stop. Wonder Stop. That's how it's spelled. Wonder Stop. Thanks. Yep. And it is available on Steam. I'm on the page at the moment.
My name's Davey Wrighton, and along with the rest of the team at
Hello, Davey Wrighton. Hold on. Now I feel like actually showing this off a bit. Hold on. Can I show it on here? Is that a thing that I can just do casually?
Ivy Road, I've been creating Wander Stop.
Thank you, but can you show it to me? It's not going to show it to me. Okay. That's not the right thing. Sorry, I just really want to look at this. Oh, there we go. Alright, I'm just going to let him talk for a bit.
Hi, my name's Davey Wrighton, and along with the rest of the team at Ivy Road, I've been creating Wander Stop, a narrative cozy game about making tea. You'll play as a former tournament fighter named Alta, who has to put her past aside in order to tend a charming shop and brew tea for its various customers. Years ago, I wrote and directed The Stanley Parable and The Beginner's Guide, and after finishing those games, I was unbelievably burnt out. Like, I seriously thought I might never write another narrative for games ever again. And so I decided that I wanted to make a cozy game. Something simple and peaceful that could heal me and restore balance to my life. And I discovered very quickly that I didn't actually know how to design a cozy game. And so suddenly the stress was piling on exactly the same as before. Something had to change. And so very slowly, piece by piece, I began taking elements of my burnout and my feelings of hopelessness, and I just put them right into the game's narrative. And then suddenly the coziness became this really interesting creative constraint. Like, How do you tell a really unpleasant, uncomfortable story in a format designed around
Oh,
comfort?
cool. I have to
Typically in
actually keep
games
that
like
on.
this, the protagonist is cheerfully excited to do the work. And so what if instead our protagonist absolutely did not want to be here? If she was broken and beaten down and starving for answers, could this charming little environment help heal her? And this became super interesting to me because that's what I had wanted. I had wanted to just do some pleasant work and then become all better. But healing is way more complicated than that. Healing is messy and it's bitter, and I want to know how to do it. I want to believe it's possible to leave your old self behind and become someone new, someone better than I am, someone more capable of rest and calm and inner peace. But God, it's so hard to do.
Right, so that was like a narrated trailer for Wonderstop. Just the main writer, Davey Wright, the same guy that made Stanley Parable. Just him talking about like the creative process of actually making the game itself. I think it'd be worth a look whenever it comes out. So that's available on Steam. It'll come out on March 11th. Boom, free advertising. Good job, guys. Right, so actually going back to that. I'm interested in the game. I'm going to check that out whenever it comes out. I'm not exactly sure how well that'll actually do. I don't particularly care. I just want to play it. I think it might be interesting just to stream it too. Hawkins says one of the most whites I've ever seen in my life. Oh yeah, because of your color blindness. I guess it is like technically there's a ton of color and there isn't a ton of darker colors in that trailer. So I guess in that case there isn't a lot of contrast. Never actually thought about that. Oh. Maybe they might have like some kind of thing that might allow you to see it better. Oh. MP says, sorry for you, Bobcat. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, he has color blindness. Like, hold on. Basically, this is all he sees. Like, actually, let me see. Colorblind mode is on. I mean, grayscale mode is on at the moment. Let me see, like, how does that actually look? I guess that's similar? I don't know for certain if this is like exactly what he sees, but I can see that it's like oh well, close to it. I still think it's kind of interesting just. Seeing stuff in a different light sometimes. Fun fact, I am actually nearsighted, so everything that's like farther away than like, I think like the reach of my arm, anything further than that, it just becomes a blur. However, even though everything's like really blurry and I technically just can't read because words are so blurry, can't read. I can still, like, see perfectly fine. It's just more like I can't read, which can be a problem when it comes to, like, driving. So I have to have glasses on whenever I want to do, like, activities that require a bit of precision. Like driving. But, for me, I do, me personally though, I do like sometimes just being able to see the world in low resolution sometimes. Weirdly enough, it actually makes me be able to make a little bit more interesting art, because I can kind of like squint my eyes a bit or blur my vision to see like how something would look like. How something would look like if I like blur all the colors together. And doing that actually allows me to make some pretty neat looking stuff sometimes. Kelnick says, well, I guess soon enough we'll be able to cure blindness. Progress doesn't stop soon enough. Technology will grow over time is a good way to put it. I don't personally know the like the progress of it, but I'm agreeing with Kelnick. At some point we'll figure something out. And then we'll just have that as like an option one day. No idea when. Okay. I think I should be able to get like the rest of the bauxite that's here over to the production line. So anyways, thank you for slightly letting me indulge in talking about Wonderstop just for a bit. Gosh, I can't wait for like next year to start, because I want to actually like push myself a bit more, trying to get more trying to actually use the medium that I use of streaming and try to actually talk about stuff. Let's see. Kelnick asks, why do people fear GMO? What's GMO? Genetically modified organism, says the internet. I'm only going to guess because it's not natural. That's my guess. It's like a weird... it's a weird feeling that I think some people would get. Like, me personally, I would be kind of weirded out to knowing that this thing wasn't normally made. Are you telling us that we made this weird thing? That's like, this is just weird. Although I don't know exactly what GMOs that you're referring to, Kelnick. I think that bauxite is okay. I think I can I probably get like more bauxite somehow? Good grief. Actually, I might want to save that container for later. I might need to like top off some of these at some point. Okay, I'm just gonna go off of this being the refineries that I'm gonna be using. And next thing I need to do is get water, of which I have a lot of right over here. And I guess for like reference, the water is coming from a bunch of these water drones, and that's where they get all the bottled water that comes down eventually over to all these unpackagers, packages it, gets the container separated from the water, and it sends the containers back to the drones to be repackaged later. Okay, back to the GMO thing. Impy says, I think GMO is changing something's original DNA? Is that... I haven't done enough research to get too much of my thoughts on here. Let's see. Internet says GMO is a genetically modified organism, plant, animal, microorganism that has been subjected to biotechnology. They possess processed into ingredients which are genetically modified, and their ingredients persist in food and personal care products. Now, here's the problem with GMOs. To what extent is it actually a problem? Because technically, humanity's been doing that for years. But, okay, is this more like actually going into the DNA of an organism and just saying, okay, we're going into the code of this thing and making it do something else entirely, instead of just, like, the normal, breed it with something until it gets the properties we want? I think that's, like, the notable distinction. Kenlock says, I mean, genetic modification can bring a lot of good, easily grown rice in poor countries. That is kind of a good point. Let's see. Let's see. Ever since farming was a thing, or I guess more like, ever since the realization that, like, you can crossbreed plants and try to have them have different features depending on what we want. Has anyone ever seen, like, that one meme of, let's see, of, like a chili pepper making a toxin that's very annoying to have in your mouth, just so oh, that's way animals won't want to eat me because haha, I'm making a chemical that you don't want to in your mouth. What do you think of that? And then we humans come along and we're like, what? Weird chemical that makes weird tingling sensation when it's in my mouth? Give me more of that. I love it. And then we bred them to make their weird toxic effect a bit stronger. So now we have like super spicy chilies because they have that funky taste to them. Because, you know, we like the funky tastes. Humans are terrifying. I don't think we give ourselves enough credit. We are actually terrifying. Let's see. I think that should get water in there. So that is kind of to say, like, there is definitely some good that can come from genetically modifying plants in terms of, like, make there be bigger apples per apple or more potato per potato. I don't think I've gone into it enough to know if I have a personal that probably shouldn't be allowed kind of line. I don't think I've gotten too much into that yet. Actually, what kind of properties of GMOs are, like, questionable right now? I don't think I'll have, like, a solid take on it until, like, I do more research on it or, like, get personally affected. Or not sure. You know, genes help us let diabetes people live. What do you mean, Kelnick? I'm just not sure what you mean by that. Let's see. I need to get water over here. And B says, yeah, humans are terrifying. Scientists made a large hadron collider that can heat up to 5 trillion Celsius. What the hell? Commander, we have a new weapon. Yeah, what is this weapon? Oh, it's not really a weapon. It's more like a really cool tool. Well, what is this really cool tool? It is the Hadron Collider. What does it do? It allows us to heat particles up to billions more than the sun. Why do we have this? Well, we wanted to smash some atoms together and see what happens. You wanted to smash some atoms together. Yeah, that's the only way we could get it to work. Bump it up to, like, 20... What was the number? 5.5 trillion degrees Celsius. Celsius. Yeah. Celsius. Yep. Okay, okay, cool. I guess we have this now. It's a sickness that takes a lot. Sickness because of sugar that ends up taking a lot. Oh, diabetes. That. Okay, okay. Hmm. Sorry, I wasn't laughing at your thing, Like I was laughing at MP's. MP saying that's 5.5 Fahrenheit for your information. Only 5.5? Wow, the Fahrenheit to Celsius system is really bad. I think Celsius is more accurate. No, 5.5 trillion Fahrenheit. No We love the English system. To those that say that Fahrenheit is better than Celsius, look at this chart. 5.9 Fahrenheit is the equivalent to 5.5 trillion Celsius. It makes total sense. Okay, I'm done with that. I'm done with the funny. I am dunny with the funny. No one will get that. Thumbs up in the chat if you understand the reference. No one understands the reference. Eh. Grief. I hate water. I hate it so much. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't divide correctly. I hate water. I hate it. I despise it. Good grief. Alright, I think I need to punch a hole through here. Get that out of the way. Let's see. GMO helps with the sickness by making artificial insulin. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see where that can be, like, really useful. Because that's, like, a requirement for most people. Or most people as in, like, the people affected by diabetes. Let's see, so that's 200 a minute. Sorry, I'm just, like, trying to math. I love math very much. Very much a fan of it. But yeah, I think there was like a whole problem that was going around where like insulin's actually super cheap to make, but healthcare system doesn't want to give it out for some reason, which I still don't understand exactly why. Because of money, bro. And also, we're not gonna get into the whole healthcare CEO thing. That I don't feel comfortable enough talking about that. Not because I have someone on gunpoint pointing at me if I talk about it or anything. No, I just don't feel like talking about it. Let's see. MP, do you know that we're all seeing a lot of things old selves in space? Oh, yeah, because if they're like billions of light years away and it takes time for light to travel, then technically it happened billions of years ago. Yeah, that's a thing. Because so technically, if you look up in the sky and somehow bear witness to a galaxy, you're actually seeing that galaxy where it was some millennia ago. Because that's how long it takes for light to travel. The sun technically isn't where we look at it right now, because it's actually 8 minutes ahead of us. Because it takes light 8 minutes to get to us. So if the sun exploded, we probably wouldn't really know until 8 minutes later. MP has a fact. Example, TON 618, the biggest ever black hole, is so far away that we're seeing it as it was 10 billion years ago. Good grief. I love time. I love space. I love space and time. Oh, okay, kind of speaking of if, like, the sun disappearing and we wouldn't know for 8 minutes. I can't remember what video I watched on this, but, fun fact, the universe is 13.8 billion years old. Wait, you telling me that this black hole was formed, like, near the start of the universe? Comparatively? Within the early years? That's crazy. Yeah, I think this is fine. But, let's see. I don't remember exactly what video it was that I watched, but it actually was talking about what would actually happen if the sun just, like, randomly decided to disappear. What would happen? Would we actually know in 8 minutes, or would we know it immediately because there'd be no gravity? Well, because apparently gravity is based off of light, or like based off of space-time. So actually the gravity well that keeps us rotating around the sun would also dissipate. Whatever force that actually is would dissipate at the same rate as, like, its lack of light would. Which, oh, that's a thought. MB's saying from the perspective of Ton 618. Back in my day, we had a few galaxies to eat, too. Talking to the smaller black holes. Back in my day, we used to eat galaxies for breakfast. Now there's just stars, stardust and such. There ain't much left now. Everything's been formed. That'd actually be funny as a weird conversation. Oh, Tupbro's in chat. Hello, Tupbro. Welcome. Currently working on a gigantic aluminum factory that is extremely inefficient. By most standards. By my standards, it's okay. Right now, I'm trying to get all the water distributed to the actual refineries, which is annoying. Also, just as a reference for Supro, past couple weeks, I've been a bit sick, but during the downtime, I've kind of changed stream schedule a little bit. And I decided to focus more on doing a bunch of prep work first before I actually start on the big, like, super factories. So I actually have, like, an update to my the desert road system, where now it has an entire train network attached to it. And that goes on for, like, almost half the map so far, something like that. I also, like, demolished my fuse frame factory to make way for the aluminum thing, because this is where things are gonna be made, I guess. MP asks Dean, does making factory satisfactory you? No, it makes it satisfying. Does it satisfy me? No, it's never satisfying. I need more. Yeah, oh well. But I won't exactly be satisfied with this until I, like, make certain that everything runs. Till then, I won't be, like, impressed, I guess. Oh good, my arms broke. This game is still in beta. Not really. Okay, I gotta get this, the water, to places that I need them to go to. That is where I need the water to go, to the places that I need them to go. Hope you get to feeling better, Sis 2 Pro. I'm doing okay at the moment. Like, whatever sickness that I had a couple weeks ago's dissipated quite a bit. It's more like centered around allergies. Because aggravatingly, I get kind of what I call a scheduled sickness. Because around like end of October, beginning of November, I usually get, like, some kind of a cold of some kind. It's a scheduled thing. When you get sick, you get green because of the green. No, I'm green. It was supposed to be for Christmas. I tried to, like, work on my avatar to see if I can, like, change its suit color a bit easier. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to, and it was a little too difficult. So I just ended up saying, hey, I'm green now. I'm now Christmassy. As Christmas as a green person can be. Kelnick's feeling tired. It's gonna go off to bed. Alright. Well, you have a good night, Kelnick. I'm gonna have to do. But for us, we shall stay forever. See what it says, like, it like a tree? Yeah. We'll go with that. Originally, actually, wait, hold on. Can I show this? Oh, hold on a second. I did make a Christmas skin. No, nothing. I did make a Christmas skin at one point. That was like for my Minecraft character. Although, with how my system is right now, I can't exactly like swap out the texture of like all of my PNGs like that. It's like way too much effort. I'm honestly thinking on like reworking how my character works, so that I can like have more modifications that can be done with it. So at some point I'm gonna enter a 3.0 domain, because right now this is like the thing I'm using right now is like a 2.0 version of what I'm using. Okay. Trying to get this to work. I'm trying to like open up Blockbench. I saw you saw the audio music analyzer on the left. Oh yeah, that was the new thing I added. I also added in a chat feed over in the back. There's like a couple changes I made. Right, trying to see if I can get... Come on, can I get... I'm trying to like open this up in Blockbench so that I can actually show it off easier. I'm still trying to figure out... Okay, Blockbench is like it's like a modeling tool that's good for like pixel art stuff, and they have like a really cool way to make like Minecraft skins. I just need to like figure out how to use it more. Yeah, good grief, this is getting more difficult than I thought it'd be. Okay. Because this is a little bit more aggravating, I'm just going to open up the Minecraft launcher and just look at it through there. Hopkins says, I can use Blockbench for mods I'm working on. Oh! Oh, that's cool. Let's see. If I get more into, like... stuff that I'm working on. I want to get into Blockbench and be able to use that at some point. Although I think I'll kind of end up really learning that on my own time. Okay, I think this is just gonna have to work for the moment. Let's see. Game capture my Minecraft launcher. Look at it. Look at it. Cool, that doesn't work for some reason. Me win the void. I swear. I swear that, Doth thou wanteth to just show with me the picture? Good grief, why don't you know... I swear, this is worth a look as soon as I get this working. This is so annoying. That's the void. That should just be work... What the heck? Okay, attempt number 2. This time actually trying to use block... I am getting so distracted trying to, like, show this off. By the way, did you watch the Game Awards thing with the card game and Astrobot? I talked about it a bit earlier this stream. Yeah, I did watch it. I'm not a huge fan of, like, some of the things that happened in there. Also, we had an entire conversation on the fact that there was, like, an AI generated thing in there. Another YouTuber trapped in... No, I missed that. Yeah. Just some stuff's here, too. Hello. Okay, let's see. Is that... Ah! Okay. Wait, hold on. Hold on. I think I'm onto something. I was onto something. Okay, that scene... OBS scene block bench, and it shows. God damn it. But, okay, well, okay. How about this? What about if I click this, and then I click that, and then... Wow, this is not working at all. This is really bugging me because I actually want to show this. The loading screen. The loading screen is complete. But yeah, yeah, just some stuff in chat. Hello, I'm not sure if I mentioned that. Well, welcome. I'm trying to get Blockbench to show on OBS so I can show off a Christmas skin that I made. But it doesn't want to show for some reason. Let's see, can I? Oh, can I? Hold on. I'm gonna try and if I can do it on this end. No. Good grief. Oh my God, there it is. Okay. Apparently this one works, I guess. Yeah, this is actually like the Christmas skin that I made for my character at one point. I wanted to like make my avatar look like that, but it just never it wasn't able to get that to work. I really like how it looks though. It's really cute. Okay, so at some point, I'm so annoyed that I couldn't like get that. Bro, wide eyes. Okay, that's a problem I got with like my skin. I've been actually trying this out, trying to figure out like different combinations of like where I should have the eyes. I want the eyes to look like that, but I feel like that like the pupils there are just like too large. Like I legitimately feel like the whole thing should be like can I actually hold on, let me like pull myself. I don't think I can right now. Oh well. Like a problem. Maybe different colors is too pro. Goodness, I want to at some point. Hold on. Let me pull up one of my other projects. This is like the actual texture model that I go off of. let's see. Can I? Whatever. Like this is the actual model they go off of, and I try to make the changes based off of that. But currently, with how my like avatar dude is set up, I took like a ton of different images based on like pictures that I took in Minecraft, and the problem with that is since everything's based on a PNG, then if I want to make any changes of any kind, I'm gonna have to like completely redo all of the PNGs, which takes a lot of time. So at some point I want to get into where I can just like I can just make a model and then have that model adjust a bunch of different PNGs so that I can update things a lot quicker. Which, that might be a bit difficult, but or like having different presets or something. I want to look into that at some point, but that's like a lot of time that I don't want to spend on that. And my avatar works currently, so we'll go off of that for now. I could like get some. Maybe like I could like pay money to someone and like get them to do it for me. But right now I don't actually have any money. I do have money. There's no like financial problems there. It's more like I don't have money that I feel comfortable spending on projects like that yet. If it works, don't touch it. Well, the thing is, it does work. It works really well, but it could work better, like significantly better. It already takes me long enough to like add a face onto this. Oh, by the way, one of the faces I keep on trying to add. Hi, I'm Standing Dean. I want to like add like different standing faces. I want to have like more faces to swap between, because that's like the thing that I want my avatar to do. It's cool that I can stand every now and again. I'd like to move around a bit more. Need to work on that though. Let's see. Standing Dean. Hello, I am Standing Dean. I'm the best gamer ever. I am gaming without gaming. I also can't look any other direction because I don't have a face for that. This is a problem. Can't look to the left or the right. This is an issue. An issue that is actually kind of solved if I like have different presets for that. I spent a lot of time on this, but not enough time. Soldiers stand at attention. Yes, sir. Standing at attention, sir. When Flying Dean? Oh, don't worry. We already have Flying Dean. You see, this is the Flying Dean you want. Here's the Flying Dean at home. Hold on. Flying Dean at home. Whew. Hello. How are you doing? I've been all right. Yeah, things have been going fairly well lately. We got ourselves some middle management right now. Pretty good tune, yeah. Good grief. Wait, no, give me back my game. Yeah. Use game mode creative for real. Yeah. But yeah, with how much I've been working on my character model, I keep adding like random stuff to it. But the more I do, the more I'm like, man, this is like taking a long time to add new things to it, and it's just slowing down how much I'm working on it. I, at some point, want to actually rework how I do this funny gimmick, just to make it easier for me to add more faces. I remember like when I started out, I only had like maybe 6 faces to swap between, and now I've got like enough for like different directions and different emotions that I can just like flip between. I'm sad. I'm so sad. I'm so sad right now. I'm sad, Chad. Like, goodness. But yeah, all that being said, I think if I were to do like a version 3 of like my avatar, version 1 was if you look at my earlier videos, and I just had like a single PNG that had like the only thing that was really changing on that old model was mainly the faces and how those changed, and I think those did really well. But at some point I was like, man, I'd like to be able to just like stand for once. That'd be kind of cool, and now I can actually do that. But now I'm starting to think, man, as cool as this is, I need to have a system set up so that I can easily work for it. I might not even use PNGs. I might try to use like a 3D modeler thing that renders it in time, and then have like blinking animations that are separate from like a PNG photo. I'm gonna have to look into that though. VideoTube works really well. That's the VideoTube is the program that I use currently to get my avatar to work. I think it works really well for what I'm doing, but I want to go a bit further with it, so I'm gonna have to look up different programs and see what options there are. I'm in no rush to like become like a fully puppetable character, but it'd be interesting to see where that goes. Let's see. Really quick, I'm gonna go check up on something in a moment. I'm gonna leave you all with the orb. I'll be back in a bit. Don't stare at it too long, okay? I'll be back in a moment. Don't eat the orb. What are you doing? Don't do the eating of the orb. That's a bad idea. Okay, I'm back. I find it funny that you got the orb back in here again. Okay, back in the pocket dimension you go. This orb, it's crazy. Bean's gameplay. What the hell? Hold on. No, I'm writing this down. Oh my god. There's so many of them. I don't know. Did we get a... Oh. We just got a package or something. Let's see. Let me... I'm guessing is the gameplay copyright? Wait, what? Can't show an orb getting eaten. Is it copyrighted? It's not that. We just don't want it to be shown is all. Okay, great. Where is here we go. I have a... That's not the notepad. Okay. I have like a notepad thing that I write down. I tried to like write down like however many Deans that we have, so we got another one, Dean's gameplay. Let's see. Dean's, yeah, the secondary orb. Oh, gosh. DeanSpillaBean's gameplay. Hello, Dean. Hello, orb. That is secondary. Secondary orb. Let's see if I can actually pull up, Does this pull it up? Ah, yeah, here we go. Look at the amount of Deans that there are. There was seriously a right eyeball. I think there's more. I just need to, like go through and, like, find them again. Dean's hat. Yeah, good grief. We summoned them. This is bad. I'm gonna get overtaken by my own stuff. A secret between you and me that no one will ever know until way later. I have a plan that that will only happen once I reach 1,000 subs, and it will be literally just to name off as many as I can, like, find. So at some point, I'm going to be going through, like, all of my old streams and videos and looking through all the chats just to find all the people that have been, like, talking on my streams or subbed to my channel. And the attempt is to try and name off all of them. That's the idea. So, yeah, that won't be repeated ever again. Only you all will know that. Dean but scary. What is Dean but scary? Oh yeah. This face. Oh my gosh. I've come to take your place. No, you haven't. Yes, I have. What are you talking? Nope, you're not going anywhere. Oh, but I brought cookies. No. They're my cookies. And you don't think I didn't screenshot after the stream. What? I don't think I didn't screenshot of that. I think I remember you like did that like near the middle of one of the streams. I can't remember which one. I think, okay, is this actually... Shoot, do I not have enough... Might not actually have enough water. Actually, no, I think I do have enough water, technically, because all of these are making more water, I think. I think this should be okay, though. I think. Otherwise, I might actually need to get more. I think I could try to recycle water onto here, maybe? Probably. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that one's maxed out. Anyways, the universe is an illusion. Buy gold. Buy. Okay, bye, Scary Dean. May you be missed. Oh, good grief. Right. So at the moment, thinking on like actual progress for. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Actual progress for how this factory is going. Didn't expect it to really take this long, but also I ended up getting sidetracked. I think I kind of set aside the next like hour and a half, so we'll see how far I can actually get with all of this. Let's see, connect that together. And is that all of the water pumps? I think so. Let's see. I don't know. I might not need more. Oh, Okay, later on there will be water that'll be going back into the system, so I think I could. Yeah, I just need more water generally. Oh, I think what I could probably do. Let's see. I'll have this as like an extra water source in case like some stuff needs more. Needs computer cheese? I'm not cheesing. I don't have cheese either. I don't know why you would say cheese. But anyways, okay, I'll have this water as like an extra source, and I think all of these can probably work with like an extra refinery, probably, maybe. Or I could also like overclock some things depending on if they're able to take it. So I think that's the water for the moment. The next step I need to do is get all of the silica that's coming out of these refineries into a central storage area. And now we got Dean's channel in my chat. Hello, Dean's channel in the chat. My goodness. What does that actually look like? Wait, am I at 777 subs? Oh, hold on. I didn't even notice that. Oh, that'd actually be a nice addition. Just, oh yeah, I'm at 777 now. Sweet. Oh, thank you, 777 sub. Thank you very much. Please don't bot my numbers. That would be cringe. Yeah. I feel like currently with the streaming thing, I don't know if I'll actually get to the crazy goal of reaching 1,000 subs by the end of the year. I'd like to be able to, although I feel like I'm kind of waiting to see what'll happen once I get that murder animations done, because that thing's gonna actually look really cool. And if anything has taught me best way to get subs is to make cool stuff. So I need to make a cool thing first before I feel like really chilling out of it. So I am gonna hopefully get that cool animation, the murders animation, done by the end of the year, hopefully. In the meantime, if you want to see the work in progress, you can go on my Ko-Fi page, link in the description down below. There, you can find a $5 membership option so that you can get a monthly update on monthly or bi-weekly. Let's see, half of a month, whatever, bi-weekly updates on how that's going, and anything that's private on there will be made public eventually. Go on my Ko-Fi if you want to see the behind-the-scenes footage of how the murders animation is going, as well as any other projects in the future. Give me money. Something I thought that'd be kind of funny is if I just get, like, shameless with it sometimes. Although, other things that I have been looking to get into, like other plans, I feel like actually mentioning these, though. I want to make a video that's just me voice acting a bunch of Undertale characters. And... Wait, you're not getting bauxite? What? Why are you not getting Ah, that hasn't actually been connected yet. Okay. Anyways, I want to make... I'm thinking on trying to make this after I get the murders animation done, or if I'm, like, wanting to have a second project to work on. basically making a video where I try to voice act as all of the Undertale characters and make a kind of like a scripted video of like the characters interacting with each other and how they kind of would react. So that's going to be a bit of script writing on my end, and also voice acting all of that. Which, from my time playing Undertale, I think I did fairly well with a lot of character voices. Some of them could be better, but I just want to kind of push myself a bit more going into the voice acting gig and try to like get to that more. So that's something to look out for some point in January. Let's see, I think there's like 20 of these. Okay, so that's gonna barely max out a Mark 1 or Mark 6 belt. Okay. Gonna get that silica out of here. Then I have to have that going into like a separate bin that's over near the silica production plant. Or not really a production plant, it's just more like where all my silica is being stored. Let's see. Other videos that I am thinking on doing at some point. I do want to make a video on a game called Slay the Princess. That one I very much enjoyed playing, but this was like before I started streaming, and I kind of regret that I didn't like record it, because now afterwards I'm like, man, I just want to make a video that's just me going over like my choices through that entire game. And I think that'll actually end up being really cool. What the... Oh my god. I'm just looking at Discord, someone sent me a thing. Oh well, I'll think about that another time. But yeah, Slay the Princess is a game that I played like years ago. Not really years, but just like a good chunk of time ago that I kind of want to look back on and just play again at some point. Or I don't know about actually. I thought about this. There has been an update for the game where they came out with the pristine cut, and it has like a bunch of content that wasn't in the base game. I've thought about at some point when I have time and I feel like doing it, trying to actually find all of the new stuff in that update, just because there's like a bunch of new choices that have been added, basically. And I'm just interested enough. I want to check that out. So, although I keep arguing with myself if I want to like stream myself playing it or just play it in my own time, because I feel like I'd much rather just play it in my own time. I'll just need to think about that a lot. But regardless, I will be making some kind of video on Slay the Princess. It won't be like a gameplay review thing. It's just more me going over the experience that I had playing it. I think it'll still be worth a do. It'll be kinda neat. Although, let's see, future stuff I still want to do, though. I do want to get into voice acting. The Undertale video that I mentioned is something that'll kind of help a little bit with that, just as like, if anything, for practice. But also, starting next year, I want to, after I get like a lot of big personal projects done, also since I've done enough stuff that I kind of I have a good grasp of like how long it takes for me to do specific projects, as well as like what I myself am capable of doing. That is to say, I know my limits. So, trying to figure out how there are ways to either push myself to make more difficult projects or ones that test my capabilities. I want to get into 3D modeling at some point, but like I have to have a reason for that. And if the 3D modeling is just to be like making a 3.0 of my avatar, then that's probably going to be what'll get me in it. Let's see. Super asks, by the way, where did you get the desire to voice act? If anything, it's just because I really like voice acting and like saying stuff in a different way, really. Let's see, shoot. I could probably like, go on that for a bit, but basically, let's see. Years ago, I started getting into video editing, which is why I started this channel in the first place. I still like editing videos. It's just more like, as the time went on, I realized I'm not sure if I want to be able to do this as a job, because as much as I like the video editing stuff, I like it a whole lot more when I have a lot of creative control over it. So it's going to be difficult to like have that as a job when I at this point I'm using the video editing stuff right now for more personal projects until I make like some really serious stuff, and then at some point I can like translate that into something other people can use, either for collabs or for the sake of just being able to make something really cool. However, something that has actually stuck quite a bit is a desire for getting, or like working on sound a lot. I think is like the best way to put it. Like out of everything, the one thing that I've spent a lot of attention on is like how things sound. And I think that's mostly a tribute to I feel like I'm very sensitive to sound, in like as in loud environments kind of hurt sort of situation. But also like going more into detail on what makes a sound and why like sounds make you feel a specific way, and just I think after one point I realized, you know what, I'm spending a lot of attention on trying to do this. What if I can try to use it to like voice act a specific character or something? Goodness. No. There were a couple projects that I worked on myself that I thought like, let's see, like with the Picayune Dreams video that I did like a little bit of voice acting there just to like test the waters. But as I was doing it, I was like, good grief, I'm paying a lot of attention on how like characters could sound even though they don't have a voice. Maybe I should look into this more. And well, I feel like also I've just been talking a whole lot anyway. Whole reason why I even started streaming, or like wanted to stream and actually doing fairly well with that, is that I just talk a lot. Like I don't know if you all can tell, I tend to talk quite a lot and ramble on for a while. So at least having not really a reason, but just kind of like a way to channel that into something was a very useful thing for me to do. Let's see. Yeah, I think I should have it go in that direction. As for the actual want to get into voice acting, it's more of me. I know for a fact that I can actually go somewhere with the voice acting with like a voice acting career. I'm certain I can. I just the only thing that I need to do right now is actually like push myself to get into it more. However, problem with getting into a voice acting gig or just voice acting in general is that you kind of need to have a portfolio to work off of, just to be like, hey, what kind of voice does this guy actually do? And that's like one of the main limitations, but another one is like you do need to kind of become part of a community or just get to know people. You gotta get like a network of, I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy kind of thing. And I think right now I'm more working towards the trying to make networking a thing. Like, hey, I'm a DeanSpillaBean. I'm a guy that wants to do voice acting. Here's like some options. You can look at my channel for options as like what I tend to do for voice acting, that kind of thing. And then I just gotta build it up off of that. DeanSpillaBean channel says channel, like DeanSpillaBean channel, and then Dean's Gameplay replies with, this dude has 1 to 2 business days of lag. DeanSpillaBean channel. I just like talking. Come on. Stop giving me a hard time, guys. So, when... Let it alone. Nah. Sometimes I think it's funny. It's hard to manage the 777 subs. That actually is something I'm a little afraid of at one point. I think like a lot of bigger YouTubers can also attest to this, where after some point, like even though there are legitimately people that are subscribed to you and they have stuff to say, they're real people out there in the world, it's hard to connect with them when there's like literal thousands upon thousands of people that watch you every day or just like watch stuff that you make. Even like for like I like these smaller streams for the sole purpose of I get to talk with you guys and it feels a lot more personal. Although I'm kind of afraid of whenever it actually gets to like high enough numbers that they don't matter anymore, and I'm worried when that happens. Then there's like some part of the actual streamingness that I'm gonna miss. Not sure when that'll actually be. It'll happen at some point, don't know when, but till then I'm just gonna stream and whoever's able to join is able to join. Super says the 777 billion subs for real thing. And Ascend is still there. Just stretching. Oh wait, if I'm stretching, I can actually like stand. Guys, I'm stretching. Now I'm standing. Yeah. All right. But like, good grief. I don't know. A part of me is kind of okay staying small. If anything, just because there's like a semblance of control that I have. I feel like if things get too far out of hand, then it just happens. I feel like it'll happen. Like the big boom in popularity will happen at some point. When? I don't know. How far will it go? I also don't know. But whatever happens, happens. For now, today, I just got 5 to 6 people in my stream, and I'm playing Satisfactory. Currently, got done with getting Silica transported to a central location. Next thing I need to do is get Illumina transported to a central location. That's easier said than done. Good grief. So everything is in, like, percentages. Ugh. Until the day we pass Cocoa Melon. Oh, God. That'd be an interesting feat, but I don't think I'd have the gumption to like do the streaming necessary to reach that, or like the video creation necessary to reach that. I need to move these guys out of the way because I'm gonna need to. Actually no, I don't think I need to move them out of the way. I think I can try to reposition where I have. Right. So I got to figure this out. Where am I going? Wait, shoot! I forgot to actually get the. Hold on. There's like a last bit of silica here that I need to get. So the next thing I need to do is, let me pull up my note really quick. Let's see. So for aluminum ingots, I need a 125 foundries. That'll happen another time. The alumina scrap is going to be kind of annoying to transport around, but that's just what it's going to have to be. Let's see. I need only about 40 refineries. Probably. I think I'm making a bit over 7,000 alumina solution. So let's see. Alumina solution used in the electrode alumina scrap recipe. Let me get you out of here. That makes 300 a minute, so... Wait, shoot. If it... No. Sorry, I'm doing brief math. Requires 180 alumina solution per... Okay, so... Do that, divide that by 180, so I can... seems to be about 40, although I could probably do a bit more. I'll just go 40 for now. I can just overclock stuff. So, now I need to make refineries so that all of the alumina solution gets gathered up into those refineries. Gets combined with petroleum coke. And then after all of that, I'll have a water byproduct, which is just going to be annoying to work with. I'm planning on trying to funnel it back into this crazy system somehow. I just need to figure out where I should put that. Actually, no. All of the excess water will go over to these refineries, I think, and I can probably have like a couple more over here. That way, can try to like reuse as much water as possible before I run out. Although realistically, now that I'm actually thinking about it, I probably have too much water. Oh well. Let's see, that has... Is that seriously just... I guess so? Sorry, I'm like paraphrasing what I'm thinking. Okay, so yeah, this rest of these refineries can just go on a single silica path. I feel like the more I'm making this, the more I'm like, I don't understand what I'm really making here. But like, I feel like it can work. I just need to like connect everything logically enough, and then eventually it'll just make sense. Okay, that's the excess silica. So yeah, that should be enough water to get to here. So now, I think I just need to make about 20 refineries and then overclock them to 200%. I could probably just have them like above Wait, hold on. Oh my gosh, okay. 1 meter, zoop. There we go. So with that, if I actually repeat what I have here and I have, actually, wait. So if you make 133 per, and this one requires electrode scrap, requires 180. Hmm. Okay, so if I overclock that twice... Yeah, that, good grief. I hate working with liquids in this game so much, because, there's a very notable limitation in how fast liquids can go through, because, the fastest liquids, or I guess even gases, can go is about 600 units per minute, which sounds like a lot, but with numbers that I'm reaching here, it makes it difficult. Also, with how liquids and gases are... Actually, no, gases aren't too big of a deal. They're a bit better, but with water-programmed physics in them, so they have like gravity to account for. There's also annoying sloshing. What that actually means is, depending on like how fast the water's going down a pipe, then it also like kind of affects how fast water flows through it. And it's just a lot to think about is all. So usually as a fix that I do is that I like overflow how much water I need, or how much liquids that I need for a specific project. And I just realized that all of this is just offset. That's why did I make this all offset? Yeah, good grief. The things I do to make sense sometimes, but only sometimes. Well, I guess a random thing to talk about, because I like talking about random things. A couple days ago, I found a mouse nest in my car. I was just minding my own business, checking out some stuff and whatnot, and then it was more like I was looking through like my car engine to like get some new wiper fluid, because just need some like de-icer for the winter. But there was just a mouse nest in my engine. The engine is perfectly fine. Also, the mouse itself is just not actually there anymore. Like, we can't find it. But the nest itself was still there, and it was like there was like tons of fuzz. We were able to get all of that out, but I guess for anyone who is actually able to drive recently, might want to check your engine or just check your car for random tufts of fuzz that are in there, because that shouldn't be in an engine. You might have a mouse in there, or the equivalent, who knows. Reason being why it was even there in the first place was because winter, and engines are warm. They make a lot of heat. Even if they're not really running, they kind of make a lot of heat. And animals love little warm places. So, if you got a car, or you think you might want to check on your car at some point, might be a good idea. I guess another random thing to talk about. So during the Hawaii Part 2 stream that I did last Thursday, I at the same time while I was talking about the album during that stream, I was playing Minecraft in the meantime. Which I haven't actually done in a good long while. I've been thinking on like returning to my old Minecraft series that I did long ago on the OCSMP server. I want to get back to that. There's just projects that I want to finish. Although the more I think about it, the more I'm thinking more like the plan at the moment is kind of waiting until let's see. Make sure I get this started. Waiting until I just now realized that that outputs 600 scrap a minute. That's going to be annoying to work with. Oh well. Good grief. I'm sorry, I was just thinking too much. Right, so with Minecraft, I want to get back into that at some point. I'm thinking on once I get done with Satisfactory, I'll put a whole lot more effort into it. It's just until then, kind of like going on the server every now and again. Though lately I have been like randomly going on there. I kind of want to. I don't know. I might work on some of the projects that I want to get done. Just kind of randomly over time. Good grief! I have just a lot that I want to do. It's ridiculous. Okay, with that should be it's technically 40 refineries because it's overclocked. So that's kind of okay. Problem is, need to make sure everything like flows to it better. Let's see, 133. Multiply that by about 10, so that's technically more. Sorry, I'm just planning on how I want to get the resources to this place. Yeah, because that. I probably shouldn't have done this in pipes. Because that's actually more than pipes can normally take. Gosh, this is gonna look so weird. Because like the pipes are gonna be like sticking out. Heck. There's gonna be too much alumina solution coming through. I need to divide this somehow. Let's see. Maybe having one pipe at the one pipe at each end, and then have like the very middle one get split between the two. Ooh, I'm gonna try that out. Without like intersect with a conveyor belt. I'd like to see if I can try to avoid conveyor belt shenanigans. So let's see, that's the main out on that end. There we go, and good grief! And now I want to like, turn these refineries the other way around just to make it a little easier. It's 2Pro, but on the phone. Hello. Hello, 2Pro on the phone. Are you 2Pro for the computer? But yeah, hello. Still working on getting this done. I ended up going against where I had the refineries before, and I'm trying to like reorientate them. Good thing I didn't go too far with the project quite yet. I see spamming emojis. I need I need to actually get like my own emojis on here at some point. Okay, so when I'm just thinking about something. So when doing this, I think I'm actually going to need more. Oh, joy, I can't. There we go. Sometimes some of the hotkeys don't work. Me. Right, anyways, talk about the emojis really quick. I need to, at some point, like, really get into making emojis for the streams. Although every time that I've thought about that, I mean, I could, like, spend time on doing such. But to get them on the streams themselves is... It's not like a monumental task, and it can probably take a bit. But, I don't... Actually, wait, Actually, is the emojis only for, like, people who get memberships on here, or is that just, like, for anyone to be able to use? I didn't actually think about that. Hold up. I don't know. I might actually look into that, see if I can, like, actually add emojis into there. I need to do something like that. Super says, I think it's some are free and some aren't. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. I'd like to add that in as just an option. Like, as an option for people to do. Super says, oh no, I don't have membership anymore. It's actually funny you mentioned that. The sole reason why I'm, like, hesitant on doing anything too much related to getting, like, a YouTube membership things going, I don't personally like what they offer to you as, like, compensation for, like I personally don't think it's a good deal getting YouTube memberships. Mostly because the whole point of the memberships is to try and donate money to the creator of the stream. So it's like a way for them to get the money. However, a problem I have with how how creators get the memberships is mostly how they distribute their money anyway, and that's that it takes about a month for the money that you get from either from a stream or a donation to go through. So, for like really small channels like mine that hardly gets anything, I don't get. Even if I do get like a couple donations, slight issue is, let's see. I need to also be making $100 in that month span. So unless I get like $100 over the course of a month, whatever money I actually did get there, actually just kind of gets kept in a YouTube bank account somewhere, and it doesn't even go to me. So I need to be consistently able to make $100 from a donation, or like from donations or money in general for a month before I can actually benefit from it. So I feel like for people who are trying to send money to creators that they want to support, don't actually get that money to them as efficiently as it could be. Which is also why I try to work on a Ko-Fi page to have that as a secondary option. I would like to, let's see, I'm thinking once I get that 1,000 subscriber thing, I should be able to more reliably get $100 per every month. I say more reliably, more like from AdSense, if like, you know, that's a thing. But even still, it's very random whether or not it actually goes anywhere. All that to say, till I have like a good way to make sure I actually get money from doing YouTube related activities, I don't exactly feel comfortable opening up memberships. Is basically what all that boils down to. Okay, so that's another 3 there. Also in the background, I'm just trying to figure out how to like pipe all of this. This is getting crazy. I kind of wish they did it, they put a little bit more, or like the Satisfactory devs put a bit more, not really effort, but just more like options. I think, yeah, options are like a better word for this. For core pipes, or I don't know, like a Mirth 3 option. I'm just really annoyed working around them so much. That's probably also a skill issue on my end, whatever. Alright, so that one's got 3. This thing's good. Oh! Oh, Satisfactory crashed. Oh, shoot. How far back did that send me? No joke, this actually might dictate if I just cut off the stream soon. Good goodness. That wasn't very satisfying, no. Well, load it in. Me when the window sounds. That was me trying to close Blockbench and it was being annoying. Oh wow, my frame rate went back up again. Right, yeah, this is the quite a bit. Gosh, I think I need to really re-evaluate how I do a lot of this. I think this can work, but I think I just need to like reevaluate where I send a lot of my I just need to reevaluate how I send like all of the items around, because that's going to be like a big deal on where everything gets sent correctly. Also, I guess it doesn't help that everything's in like a weird percentage. Actually, wait. 600, divide that by 5, 120. Let's see. What is... Let's see. How much until I reach 120 water? Is it 120%? 121%? 125. No, but yeah, I think I might actually cut the stream off soon. This is kind of an okay stopping point, just to kind of like, this is more of like a way to show what I've been working on. Right now, all the bauxite is at least going to the alumina solution refineries, and that's okay, but to actually get the alumina to the next step, which is to get them into this one, to be combined with electrocoke into alumina scrap, is a little annoying. And I might need to kind of rework how stuff is being sent around so that rates are correct, which that alone might take an hour. I think someone's done. I think someone is done indeed, Bumpkin. I've also been streaming for about 4 hours now, and I think it's about that time for me to take a break anyway. So, let's see. I think that's just gonna be ending the stream for now. I'll definitely come back to work on this, probably when only 3 hours 30 minutes. Okay. A bit longer than that, probably, but yeah. Yeah, I guess it was, because it started at 12. Well, 3 hour mark. I should probably stop. Progress update on this is really cool. I'll get back to this at some point. I don't think I'll like start up another stream and then immediately get back into the project. It's just going to be more figuring out how to get the stuff ready off screen, and then getting that prepared. Although probably I might actually get all of the rates and such ready, and maybe just go ahead and build those, just to, because I feel like that's just kind of like the boring part of Satisfaction. That takes a while. I'll try. I think once I get that done and I get like the aluminum scrap production set up, I could probably make sure that I get a stream ready so I can build up the foundries for that. That might actually be kind of neat to see. When that's going to be, I'm not sure. I'm not going off of a schedule anymore. Although probably sometime later in the week or next week, depending on stuff. Although, in terms of like actual streams that might actually go somewhere for a bit, tomorrow I'm going to be getting into a game called Stars in Time. I originally was starting on it some time ago, but I never finished it. And I want to get back into that because I got like sick around the time that I was getting really into it. When Minecraft says Bob can, once I'm done with Satisfactory, then all of the Satisfactory streams will be replaced by Minecraft streams. I want to get this project done first, and then I'll get into Minecraft. Although I say this project, it's like the reaching 60 a minute thing. Two pros back, hello. Unfortunately, we're actually going to end the stream in a moment. There was a game crash, and I just got kind of annoyed of working on getting the Illumina solution up to these refineries. So I'm thinking on just doing that off camera and making sure stuff is correct over time. There's a lot of this that I want to make sure works, and it just takes a lot of time to get that. And I'm out of talking points. So whenever I'm ready to stream another bit again, I'll be sure to like announce when I'm going to be doing that. I'll also have doing off-camera mining. Yeah, basically. I mean, okay, off-camera mining for me is making an entire train network system. So, no telling what I'll end up with. But I'm going to try and at least make sure I get the Illumina solution project done. So, like making sure everything gets to this Illumina scrap, and then have the Illumina scrap ready to be thrown into a bunch of foundries. Probably by the time I'm ready to make all the foundries is when I'll start it back up. Because then, also, if I get that done, I might be able to... Wait, shoot. Okay. I'm gonna finish up soon. It's just the big thing that I'm working towards. Oh, yeah, that's the problem. Nitric acid. So the whole factory, the whole reason why I have it all in this one place and not like Illumina ingots somewhere else, is because I also want it to be a place I can combine it with fuel, nitric acid, and heavy frames in order to make fused frames, and that's going to be my fused frame production factory. That's what this whole thing's going to be. However, I need nitrogen gas, and that's coming from the nitric acid. And in order to transport nitrogen gas, I can either store it in like train containers, which actually probably isn't too big of a deal, or I feel like I could probably reach a much higher rates, maybe, I don't know for certain, if I package it. Because you can actually like quintuple the size, or like quintuple how much nitrogen is stored. That being said, I might just go for like a gas container. I don't know. Actually, no. I think it still would be more beneficial going for the packaged route because it's like a more efficient method and also doesn't take up as much space. The packagers will be hell, but I already did that for like water here, and nitric gas is gas, and that's a lot easier to deal with than water. So once I get the aluminum ingots done, next thing I need to do is get the fuel, which I've already got like production set up for fuel, so I don't need to worry about that. Heavy frames are already done. That was like streams ago, and that was also like the rocket fuel factory that I checked out earlier. The thing I'm working on now is the aluminum ingots. Once I get that done, then I get fused frames, and possibly, if I get that, then I can also get the radios together with it that I've also made streams ago. That was months ago, actually. To make pressure cubes again, and then I can have those in production again. At that point afterwards, once I get that in production again, I, at the very least, need to be able to make turbo motors for the sole purpose of making particle accelerators, because I'm going to need a bunch of those in order to make the nuclear pasta. And, shoot, how much do... I swear I'll end in a moment, hold on. I need, oh shoot, I need supercomputers and cooling devices too. Heck, I need to re-automate a lot of stuff. Might actually, okay, I might actually need to, because like this whole thing was actually a redo of my aluminum factory, so I need to, shoot, I probably need to like expand this even more. Oh well, once I get this running, I'll see like what kind of rates I can get out of it, what items I can get, and then work off of that. So yeah, wait, where am I? That's not right. Hello, it's me, Shadow Dean. How are you doing? I am doing pretty good. My ghost? No. Definitely not. Or am I? Actually, not sure why my character's not here. I find it funny that my eyes are here, at least. Whatever. 0.033. Pac-Man ate a pellet. Uh-oh. Okay, that's the lore now. Pac-Man ate a pellet. Oh well. Well, thank you very much to Pro, Fierce Ninja, Bob Can, Kelnick, who was here earlier, Dean's channel and Dean's gameplays. Well, that's hilarious. Just Some Stuff was here for a moment. Actually, I was always wondering what that would look like. Let's see. MP was here. Hope his actually. How did his P2 run go? I don't think I caught where that ended. Oh well. Even DeanSpillaBean was here. Imagine that. Yeah, imagine that, guys. I find it funny that even with like just eyes, I'm like, it's like super expressive. I find that funny. Right, well, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it at least some amount, and you all have a good night. Good night, everybody. Also, good luck on finals if you're going on that, because apparently there's like a couple people going into finals season. So hopefully that goes well. But yeah, y'all have a good night. Bye, everybody.